Question of the day. Do you believe in voodoo? Do you believe that voodoo is real? Do you believe that voodoo has powers? Are you afraid of voodoo? Why? Leave your comments in the comment section below. The story headline says a North Carolina woman dies after she went on a voodoo retreat in Haiti, and her son wants answers. Shout out to USA Today for this one. Listen, he said, my mom went down to Haiti and they did this last piece of ceremony and something sinister happened. Timothy Jackson said he wants to know what happened to his mama. Did they sacrifice her in the voodoo ceremony? What happened to my mom? The story goes like this. A North Carolina man is asking for answers after his mom died while she was on a voodoo retreat in Haiti. I never knew that they had voodoo retreats. But hey, it's possible. Dana Jackson, who's 51 years old, she wanted to become what is called a Mambo priestess. A Mambo priestess is a female ritual specialist in the Haitian voodoo tradition. So she wanted to rise up in the ranks of voodoo and become a Mambo priestess. Now, like her male counterparts, the own gun or the home gun, she performs ceremonies, initiations, she does healings, and she does divinations. According to an article on the Howard University website, voodoo is an African religion, and it comes from the word fawn. A little bit of history and education. Fawn means God or spirit, and it originated in the ancient kingdom of Dahomey, present-day Nigeria, Benin, and Togo. Back in the day, that place was called Dahomey, according to an article on the religion that can be found on pbs.org. Now, alternative spellings of the religion included Vodun and Vodoun, Vodun and Vodoun, but not voodoo, as in Voodoo. The spelling voodoo is considered the sensationalist and derogatory Western creation, it says. So they're saying that people who actually practice this, like Jamaicans say obia, Haitians say vodun or voodoo, but they do not say voodoo. Once you say voodoo, they know you're a foreigner, and they know that that is the colonizers' way of describing vodun. Her son Timothy Jackson told USA Today in an interview that this was something that she wanted to do, and she had been practicing for years prior to her trip to Haiti to get deeper into African spirituality. He said, quote unquote, 4 years ago, my mom started to do a little bit of research on the African traditional spiritual belief system, and Vodou was a part of that. She had kind of been on this path of just finding or doing research, or practicing at least just doing her due diligence as far as research is concerned, submerging herself in the culture. Jackson said that his mom left for Haiti on July 1st of 2024 and was supposed to return to the United States on July 26th. Now that's a pretty lengthy stay. So pretty much you're going to be there almost the whole month of July in Haiti. And this is supposed to be the Vodou Retreat. His mom traveled with a group of people who had joined a house in order to participate in the voodoo rituals. The people that she went down there with, their name is Societe, and I believe that means society in the Turkish language, and Nago, Jackson said. These weren't people who were strangers that she went down there with. These are people that she's built a relationship with. People she should have been able to trust. Jackson said that the group recently went on another trip to Boston together in June. And, nothing happened. She came back just fine. Here's the kicker. No outside communication was actually a part of the voodoo ceremony. So during parts of the voodoo ceremony, Jackson expected to not hear from his mom because she already put him on that a part of it is locked off communication from outside, right? If you do any research about that part of the ceremony, even just on Google, it'll tell you that's very sacred and things of that nature, he said. So she sent me one last message on the 13th, and she said, we will talk on the 21st. I'm going to church tomorrow. This is the voodoo church. First of all, right, let me cut right here just to say this, and this is just my personal opinion, not speaking bad about voodoo or vodou or any other religion or whatever, but once they start talking about cut off communication from outside, that's when I exit stage left. Cut off communication from outside is always a trick and a way to isolate and manipulate. So if you have no intentions of isolating and manipulating people, there's no reason you would want them to cut off communication from outside. Right? Right. Big red flag. But most people who end up in cults actually ignore this and go ahead and cut off communication from their family, friends, and people who could help or rescue them if things go wrong. Now, Jackson and his mom, they spoke every day. According to him, the no communication part, he said that was nerve-wracking to him, but he wanted to respect his mother's decision to participate in this ritual because it's something that she's deeply into and she wanted to do, right? Now, in the last message he received from his mom on July 21st of 2024, and remember, she had left way earlier, she asked him to pray for her. That whole entire week, just kind of low-key, I was having anxiety because I'm not able to hear from her, and I know that this is a very important part of the ceremony. And on the 21st, I didn't hear anything from her. Remember, she said we would speak on the 21st. So on the 21st, I did reach out to her about 5 p.m. on WhatsApp, and I didn't get any response, he said. Uh-oh. The next day, Jackson said he still did not get a message from his mom. So we're now into a day after she said we would speak on the 21st, the 22nd. And this is when he began to really worry. So I woke up. I'm not going to die. I was in a little bit of a panic because I felt like by now she at least would have responded to my text message. Now, around 5 p.m. on July 22nd, he said his grandmother broke the news that his mom had died. She said, I will speak to you on the 21st. And the 21st, no mom. He tried to reach out, no answer. The 22nd, they got news she had died. The way that my grandmother told me was, she said, quote unquote, your mom's not coming back from Haiti. So I hung up the phone with her. She said, I called her back. I asked her, what did you mean? What did you mean my mom's not coming back from Haiti? She said, she's not coming back from Haiti. She passed away. I hung up the phone. I called her back again. You can see this man's going through it at this point, right? He's like, maybe I'm in a bad dream. Let me hang up this phone and see if this is actually real. Hello? Grandma, did you just tell me mom's not coming back from Haiti? What do you mean she's not coming back from Haiti? She says it again. She died. She's not coming back. He hung up the phone and called back again. Maybe I'm in a bad dream, still stuck in a cycle. Let me hang up again and call back. Now, after a lot of back and forth between Jackson and his grandmother, he called his grandfather because he still couldn't believe it. Maybe I'm not really talking to my grandmother. Maybe I'm losing my mind. So let me call somebody else. He called his grandfather, and his grandfather then confirms that his grandmother had died. Now, in order to confirm his mother's passing, Jackson reached out to one of the leaders of the group that went to Haiti with his mom, and the first thing they asked him was, how much do you know? To be completely honest with you, my initial thought was my mom went down to Haiti. They did this last piece of ceremony and something sinister happened. The person who spoke with him told him that his mom had gotten extremely sick during the ceremony. They told him that she kind of fainted. When she regained consciousness, she didn't know where she was. When a member of the house asked her where she was, she replied and said, I'm in Virginia. However, Jackson said that his family hadn't lived in Virginia in over a year. Jackson said that they told him that they brought her to a hospital, and at the hospital, she started to have seizures. And they said following the seizures, she had a heart attack, and then she had a stroke. That was the initial story that was given. A perfectly healthy woman went down for a voodoo ceremony, ends up with heart attack, stroke, seizures, passing out, waking up, not knowing where she's at. They said that my mom didn't bring her medicine. So there was a red flag, because what medicine are you guys talking about? It sounds like they were trying to perpetuate a story. My mom don't have any medicine. Jackson was also supposed to get an update on when his mom's body, where his mom's body is located, and they were supposed to give that update to him by August 16th. Today I'm doing this story is August 19th. That still has not happened. He said, I have not heard anything. I don't even think the U.S. Embassy got involved or even received the necessary paperwork until about 4 days ago. In the article, it says that USA Today had reached out to the U.S. Embassy in Port-au-Prince, but they did not respond prior to this story being printed. Although Jackson's mom had him at a young age, her goal was always to work hard and to create a better life for him. In 1999, Jackson said that his mom took a job at a technology company that was based in Savannah, Georgia. In his mom's role, she was to help start the company's operation in the state of Georgia. During their time in Georgia, Jackson remembers getting his own bathroom, his own bedroom, attending extracurricular activities, and getting closer to his mom. So life was like really good. Years later, he said that his mom, why she decided to relocate, I asked her many years later, I said, why did you decide to move down there? She said, Tim, I needed that time to learn how to become a mother to my son. Another memory that Jackson shared was in 2017 when his family took a trip to Las Vegas, Nevada, where the two ended up meeting the rapper Nelly. The rapper ended up turning around and talking to the two before he left the hotel. He said, now in Vegas, we were getting ready to check into our hotel and Nelly was coming out of the hotel. So my mom looks at me and I look at her. And when we just both chased him He said, that was just how in sync we were. So far, Jackson has created a GoFundMe account for his mom's funeral and additional expenses that will incur in the future, to include flying her body back to the United States of America. Funeral costs are associated with bringing her body back and giving her a decent burial. And he said, I would like to have an independent autopsy done, and I've been quoted a price for that autopsy so far. The name of the GoFundMe is Help Bring Dana Back to United States for Proper Burial. $10,776 have been raised so far. The goal is to raise $50,000 to cover all the expenses. His mom told him how she wanted her funeral to go in case she ever dies. This is just a conversation that you have with your grown child as you get older. My mom personally has been trying to have that conversation with me, and I haven't been able to just sit there and have that conversation with her. Maybe because we just buried her parents back to back. Her father, her mother 2 years ago, her father right behind that 1 year later, and now she is feeling her demise, so she is talking about her burial, and I'm not ready. But this is a conversation that Jackson said he had with his mom, so he knows how she would like to be buried. He said, we had a conversation about 6 years ago where she told me she wanted to be cremated, and she told me what her last wishes were, he said. Dana Jackson was just supposed to turn 52 coming September 13th. She would have only been 52 years old. We don't know what happened in the last 9 days, but what happened, my mom did not go to Haiti, not to come back to the United States, he said. Something sinister took place. Man, listen, I don't know. Now, as a Jamaican, and my platform caters to Jamaicans and Caribbean people, I don't know if she had any relations to Jamaica, but I do know that people who are into voodoo or obia, they, throughout the North Carolinas or the Carolinas, they are in Mississippi, Louisiana, they also have ties to Jamaica, or there are people from Jamaica and to Haiti as well, right? And it has something to do with the spiritual powers and what they're into, so on and so forth. There's one particular picture that stands out to me as Jackson stands there with his mom, Timothy Jackson, and he describes his mom as his best friend, said the two were really close, and, I'm looking at the outfit that he has on, and he wasn't in Jamaica, but the outfit that he has on, especially the tank top marina that he's wearing, that's a typical Jamaican wear. I don't know how to explain that to you, but it is. And if I look at both of them, they could easily pass for, and I know somebody is going to say, but what is a Jamaican supposed to look like? Because Jamaica is out of many one people, and we have many different types of people, ethnicities in Jamaica. So how does he actually look like a Jamaican? I can't explain it to you. It just does to me. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you think happened. What I think happened to her is, and I hate to say it, she probably was given something that would cause her to hallucinate during the ceremony, kind of like what the shamans do out in the rainforest when they go through those peyote rituals. I've heard that those are pretty intense, and you go through some pretty intense hallucination, and then people are supposed to come out of these hallucination journeys and be better persons or better people because they've seen into the past and they've seen into the future and all these other kinds of stuff. So I'm thinking she might have been given something to ingest, whether to drink or eat, and then had an adverse reaction to it and things went bad. That's just my thoughts. Leave your comments in the comment section below, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.